Hello. Howdy do. Ah, looks like we just got one person at the moment, but hi, how you doing? Man. Man, oh man. What a time. What a time it's been. Hey, Mercury is direct. Venus is direct. There's, I don't know, some other good stuff probably happened. Oh yeah, Neptune. Neptune's in Aries now. The astrology has been astrologying. There's a lot of stuff going on. I did not clean my glasses before I started this. That's okay. Man, yeah, no, we've been hitting. There's been so much stuff going on, like astro wise and just reflected in real life. Hello. Oh yeah, on the tube of you. Yes. Welcome to the tube of you, Caitlin. Yeah, no, there's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the viewer count doesn't ever seem accurate on here, but whatever. Yeah, I stopped doing the multi-streaming thing, at least for now, because Instagram was being fussy. So I think I can technically multi-stream to TikTok now, but I still don't fully understand if TikTok's gonna like go back away again. So I'm just having a great time here. How's everybody else doing? How is the plethora of astrologying been treating everybody else? I'm doing okay. It's been a time. The last few days have been especially, stuff's been going, but also part of that was taxes. Part of that is fully unrelated to anything spiritual or woo-woo. Part of that is just I owe the government money because I'm a freelancer. Alive. Okay, I was like, I am able? Able is fair, but alive makes more sense. I did come into this fully head empty, no plan, and then I remembered I bought new candles. So I'm probably, I don't have it set up to do like the nice, clean, easy. Will you not take the cord connecting my phone to the computer? Please, thank you, young man. I'll probably go ahead and write on the candles and do my quick little dedication on those. But that's pretty much the extent of my plan today. So otherwise, we are fully just chatting, vibing, doing whatever comes out. Life is lifing. Valid. It's so real. Yeah, I truly don't. I've seen multiple conflicting reports about what the new state of TikTok was going to be, and nobody seems to actually agree or know, so I've just ignored all of them. So who knows? Maybe we get to keep TikTok forever with the caveat that TikTok loves the orange. I would just make it an internet callback and start calling him the annoying orange, except that the annoying orange is like a person who still exists and has an internet presence, and I don't want to indicate them in any of my malice. Howdy. It's good to see you guys. It's good to have people around. It's good to just like honestly be sitting and doing this. It's so much fun doing lives and talking to you guys and just hanging out like this and like doing our own things and like whatever, whether you're body doubling or whether you're like fully watching or whatever. I enjoy doing this, so I'm glad to be back. Hopefully we're like on track for a while. There's still so much stuff going on in real life, but hopefully none of it will conflict directly with this for a minute. Yeah. Oh, brain couldn't at all? Yeah. Honestly, today was kind of that day for me. But I realized last night, like yesterday I was actually weirdly productive, which I wasn't expecting. But last night there was a Mercury-Neptune conjunction. And I don't know if that's why, but I was just in super, like, writing mode. Excuse me, I don't know why I didn't. Writing mode. I was literally like, I was writing music. I was playing guitar, writing lyrics, and whenever I write lyrics, I'm on my phone, so I'm writing. I'm not writing, but regardless. So I don't know if it was the Mercury Neptune or what, but I was just like suddenly in the like, I must write like music, art, poetry. I must take this time and harness this energy. And yeah, it was not on purpose. It was not like the conjunction is happening. This will be a good time to write music. It was I'm writing music. Would you look at the time? Would you look at the planets? Wowee wow. Yeah, the I agree with the boo real life. Real life could like totally chill for a bit and that'd be sick. I have jokes with multiple friends about different forms of like if time could just freeze, if I could just freeze time and have like an extra like 24 hours whenever I need it of just like I need to sleep. I need to work, I need to whatever, just like everybody else's time. I hear you. I respect your time, but if I could just pull myself out of the timeline for a minute and just like take a day, that'd be sick. Like that's it's low key the dream. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, writing I've been back on the like trying to get better at guitar again, which again I don't know if that's I've been keeping light track of the astrology stuffs that's been going on, but I haven't been paying super close attention. The only stuff that I know is the big stuff like Neptune entering Aries. Is that the ingress we just had? That's my natal chart. That's not the current chart. I think I'm right on that. Yeah, Neptune just entered Aries. So that's like the big thing that a lot of astrologers have been talking about and hyping up. Like that's one of a few like major ingresses that are happening this year. And it's kind of like the first big one. So I don't know if that's, well, that should affect overall vibes, but like large scale vibes, right? Like that shouldn't, that's why I'm like, I don't know if the Neptune Mercury conjunction was me or was the writing thing, or if I was just doing that on my own anyway, because like Neptune realistically should be bigger than just like personal manifestation like that. But also, who cares? But also, shit happens regardless of whatever I think as like I'm still like an amateur astrologer realistically, so I'm like I don't know. I'm like I know things, but I don't know shit. Like oh I know things, but I don't know shit. So I'm always just like hypothesizing and postulating. Is that the word? I'm just like, yes. I will say there was some crazy conjunctions happening, especially like Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde conjunct Neptune or whatever that was. That happened like a week or two ago. It was crazy. Like I've just been letting astrology, like, not that I can stop it, but I've just been letting astrology happen and just, like, side eye, like, we good? Is everything okay? What's going on? What's the deal, folks? Can we, like, chill it out for a bit? Yeah, initial thought was sleeping if I could freeze time. Exactly. Like, what else would I use the time? I just love to feel well rested for once. Not that even sleeping makes me feel well rested, but it's fine. I will say, again, unrelated to any spiritual stuff, but just like for chatty, vibey reasons, I finally watched Arcane. I don't know if anybody else has watched Arcane. That was so interesting and so like I don't know if it's a show that I would be like, oh, they hit the spiritual stuff, you know? Like, I don't know if I am like, the metaphysics of that show are perfect, like the way that some other shows are really good, but just the writing and the characters and the art and the blah, 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 like everything that, like everybody who has watched Arcane loves Arcane pretty much as far as I can tell, so I'm like, I'm not saying anything new. In fact, I'm incredibly late to the party, but I just finally watched it and I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Just, yeah, I guess we've just been, I've been in this sort of like resurgence of like art stuff. Like that's kind of the space I've been in for the last few weeks, in tandem with everything else being popping up crazy and medical stuff and this and that and the other thing. Like on top of all that, it's been like, but also art. Let's just art time, shall we? I'm like, yeah, sick, let's go. So yeah, trying to get better at guitar again, writing some music again. I finally there's like one song that I've had like a verse, a chorus, and like an idea for like 2 years or more, and I finally finished that. Like realistically, I finished the first draft, but whatever it is, I'm not complaining. And ironically, the song is titled "Can't Complain." Like it's just like I will take it, whatever, whether this is the first draft or the final draft or whatever it may be. I'm just glad that that idea is contained and completed for now. It's been a good since Mercury went direct, and especially now that Venus went direct again. That's been working out for me. So I'm like, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the overall art vibes, even if I cannot logistically explain everything with the big fancy chart right now. That's my qualitative personal experience given the various transits that we've been running through. There's just so much. There's just so much happening. Is everybody else intact? Are you guys all fine? Has anybody else been in this kind of like really heavily art-y space? I did say I'm probably just gonna. I have a new Hermes candle because I've been using that little tiny one for a while, and I realized, excuse me, I had two of the. I don't know if it's in frame. I guess it's not quite in frame. I had two of the small blue candles, and one was for Hermes, and one was for a completely different entity, and I think I might have mixed them up because those two didn't have writing on them. So I'm just like, it's fine. I finally got Hermes another big candle of his own. You know. Oh yeah, Caitlin, you are making it through. Caitlin with big time theater showtime. Talk about the art timeline here. Like, not timeline, you know what I mean. The art time period. Yeah, I did a whole last show, and now I'm just vibing. Precisely. That is the back of the candle, because there's still a sticker on it, and I haven't cleaned it yet. Okay. Like I said, I'm not in a good position to be like, look at what I'm doing. Yes, of course. I'm just in the, like, we're just chatting, and I'm just gonna do this for a sec, and then we'll be chatting again. For the Hermes. Good old Hermes, right? Hermes. And just like, is me writing on a candle terribly interesting? No. Is it vibing? Yes, and that's what this live is always. This live is always pure vibes, so. Herm. Did I space it out right? I think I did. Okay. Hey! Hermes. That's actually pretty clean. I'm kind of proud of that one. That's one of the cleaner ones I've done. Hermes. Yes. Hermes. Yeah. Not artsy, just a bit tired. Fair. Neptune is also. I'm trying not to lean too heavily into Neptune because again, it shouldn't mess with you personally too much. It should be bigger, broader theme stuff. But I will say, Neptune, in addition to being like that sort of creative spark, is also illusions, dreams, sleep, right? So the fact that Neptune just entered Aries and changed sign, that is a big, large scope, different vibe thing. I'm going to put the Mercury symbol on here like so, because I want to. And then I'm going to put my other little Hermes symbol that I like down here, if I can do it without messing up the part I already did. Let's find out. How do I usually have it gap? So over then under, okay. Over, under. And I did, in fact, mess it up, but that's fine. Over. That is messy as hell, but it's okay. Did I did, let's see if I can I salvage it? If the answer is no, it's already there, so it doesn't really matter. That's, it's almost correct. Good enough for government work. I don't think Hermes is gonna get mad about it. It's just the, I try to do that little knot thing as sort of like an allusion to the caduceus. So we've got our Mercury symbol and that. Just because that's the vibe to me. I like the implication of the intertwining, overlapping, under, over, all around for Hermes, because he's Hermes and he's in and out and all about all the time. You know what I'm saying? So let's trim this wick. I did get wick trimmer thing, which is obviously not particularly necessary when the wick is right at the top. But once the wick goes down, it's very helpful. Snip. Also, I did realize I picked, because I do this, right? I have a particular color, like a particular hue, or a particular tint, actually, I guess. A particular tint of this blue that I prefer for Hermes, so this is much closer than the blue in that one, just because it's a little bit lighter. But the wick is totally off. The wick is way off center, so I'm just like, well, oh well, too bad, so sad. Let's see. The FTD. Thank you. Bought some stuff to get a dedicated candle and never did it. I still haven't dedicated my Hecate candle. I'll be so for real. Because I'm supposed to do something with it before it becomes her candle, and I just haven't done that yet. Oops. So, oh, I did. Can I pull this over for a sec? I don't want to move it too much, but I did buy Hermes his own dedicated incense burner. I know you can't see it from here because there is incense in it, but it's a little turtle. It's a little turtle. He's got a little thing, and the incense comes out of his shell, and he's sitting on a leaf, and it's the right colors, and it's so perfect. So that's my cute little Hermes burner that I realize you can only barely see, but it's adorable. Take my word for it. And then let's remove that one, remove the spent one. Yeah, truly, the difference in quality between how I wrote it on these two, this one's so much better. I'm proud of that. Even if the wick is totally wonk. The wick is wonk, but wickety woo. Okay. I know, it's adorable. It's like one of my favorite things that I've bought for, one of my favorite little altar items that I've bought in a while. Okay, I'm gonna... You're done, thank you. You know, actually... That sort of worked. Trying to there we go, that's better. I'm kind of trying to deconsecrate it. It's also not that big a deal to be so for real, but just taking it off a little bit. I do have water here, but it felt like a thing that I should do with it, but saliva rather. I know I can't look at turtle figurines without thinking of Hermes, because it's Hermes. He's Hermes. He does the thing with the creating the first lyre out of the turtle shell, and just generally the sort of irony of the slowness of a turtle and the fastness of the Hermes. It's just you know, yeah, deconsecrating, essentially. Just getting general energy fluff off of it, aura releasing type things. And now we're going to do the exact opposite with this one. So I do... Where is my lighter? Ba-ba-ba-bum. There it is. I was like, I knew I put it somewhere that I could find it, and it was up on the little shelf. Okay. Hermes, candle time. So yeah, breath is just, generally speaking, one of my favorite ways to imbue intention in anything. It's one of the ways that I clean and clear the energy off my cards. It's one of the ways that I will like consecrate things, enchant things, whatever else I'm doing. It's just good. You guys don't always see it, but I do that with charging sigils as well. I will like breathe on them. Regardless. Okay. Hi ho, Hermes. Okay. Consecrated candle time. Here you go. Oh, there is a. Yep. Hold on. How did that even happen? I got a power block on my Hermes box. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how it got there, but doesn't really matter. New candle, yay. Consecrated, etc. Oof, excuse me. Got the image of a turtle on the mini skateboard video. I had a friend a couple of weeks ago. One of the weeks that I was actually gone on purpose and it was planned. When I was in Florida with one of my friends, and they were like showing all the old internet videos of like the, you know, like turtle on skateboard and like hamster on a piano and like all those kinds of things. It was just goofy old internet shit. He said, "Charge it up, babe." He did, didn't you? He didn't say it, but like, it's Hermes. We know what the man wants. The god, the man, the whatever. Whatever. I do have this one here too. Is this one... That's supposed to be the Hecate one that I have to do something with. Where on earth did I put my... I bought Odin that candle, and now I'm like, where did the fucking Odin candle go? Please hold. Wait, I have distraction rock, but I can't actually put this. This is one of my fluorite spheres. I'm placing here. Will it zoom in on the rock? Yes. Fuck yeah. Okay, distraction rock. While I look for this Odin candle. Look, we all know I bought this candle. I've talked about this candle. Odin knows this candle exists. Where is this fucking candle? I don't have ADHD. What are you talking about? Wait. Did I put it down there? No. Where did I put this candle? It's funny, right? It's funny, Odin, if I lose the candle. This is peak entertainment. I genuinely do not know where this candle is. That's a thing. Did I put it in here for some reason? Did I just put it in a different drawer where it's not supposed to be? This should be where I put it. The fact that it's not here feels like a personal attack on me by myself. I have been attacked. There, oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's literally on, it was on the shelf. Oh god, everything's fine. Everything's fine, I got it. I got the Odin candle. I'm so glad this is recorded. That was very funny. Uh, okay, we're back. And we're back, folks. All right. I was like, while I'm doing candles, I gotta do Odin's, or like he's not gonna get mad. He knows. He knows exactly what our situation is, but I was like, I have to do it, man. I have to do the Odin candle. We're here. I gotta. Oh, I'm gonna fix the. There. That's more aesthetic. I try to hide my little trash can in the corner. Okay. Actually, speaking of, this can probably go in the trash can. I always want to save these, and I always want to reuse them, and then I never do. So I should just put that in the trash, because I already have a collection of them that I haven't reused yet, so there's no point in hoarding more right now. Yes, different distraction rock, because the original distraction rock is... Oh, it's right there. I was just like, I didn't want to go and like find it, but there's our normal distraction rock. So pretty. I love this rock. Okay. Once again, what's ADHD? Am I getting assessed for ADHD next month? Yes, I am. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Anyway, but I just a moment for the rock. The whole a moment for the dress TikTok. A moment for the rock, please. I love this rock. Focus, please. Don't just focus on my hand, focus on the rock. There we go. It's so pretty. It's like one of my all-time favorite fluorite pieces. It's very dark, but you can just see the green and the purple. It's so pretty. Harvey said, "All eyes on me." Ha! I don't even think... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Odin was playing the trick on me just to fuck with me at this point, rather than Hermes, but you know. Oh my gosh, just everybody... Everybody... I entertain all with my tomfoolery. It's okay. Alright, I've never made an Odin candle before. I don't have any ornaments to put on this. Odin! Old man, what do you want? Oh, you want a crown? Okay, king. Go off, king. Alright. That is the messiest. Oh, there we go. Okay, oh. And this is so messy. It's okay. Me, clearly distraught. It's okay. Alright, you get a little shitty crown on top. A good, like, where the wild things are style crown. Odin. This is the relationship I have with Odin. It's okay. The most time I've ever spent with Odin in a row was at a party I invited him to. So, it's fine. He's fine with it, probably. This is... You guys know me. You know how it is. You get it. This one also has there. The candle's also... Or the wick. The candle. The candle's way off to the side on this one, too. The wick was way off to the side on this one. But it's fine. I just pulled it out a little bit. Will that be a problem later? Maybe not. We'll find out. It's fine. The amount of shit that I do, and I mean this in no jest, fully on vibes, and I ain't gotten smited yet, y'all be fine. You guys are gonna be fine. As long as none of us do anything too stupid, we'll be fine. And I'm kidding. Like, be careful. Like, be respectful and stuff. But this is This is the relationship I have with Hermes. This is the relationship I have with Odin. Like, this is not even the relationship I have with Apollo. Certainly not Artemis. Artemis's candle is also lit. Oh, yeah, Odin. There you go. Like, you're here. You know. I guess we'll just put this here for now, because I don't want to put it right in... I don't want to put it right in front of Hecate's stuff, so we'll just do that. Did the camera zoom in when I said that? Well, it's probably because I yelled up, and sometimes it's trying to follow my eyes, so that's probably what it was doing. But that's very funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is just... Odin has been waiting on me to get my shit together for like 2.5 years or something. I don't really know, to be honest. If he's not gone, he's fine with it at this point. It's okay. Like he's more here right now than Hermes is, and I just did that whole thing for Hermes, and he's just like chilling out back, and I basically invoked Odin. Like that's the thing about like invocations and stuff, right? Is that like calling down, calling in, like using their name to call them, etc. Like I shouted out Odin and said, "Hey, old man," and that was me invoking Odin, and now his candle is consecrated, so we're good. It's like, it's all set. It's fine. We're good. You guys get it. You know what's up. You know how this is. What's on top? The crown. Yeah, he asked for a crown on it, so I put that on top. Oh my gosh. That was the extent of a plan that I had. That was my entire plan for this live, was I'm gonna do these 2 candles. I'm like, I don't really want to channel Odin, because I'm like, I don't know what he wants. What do you want? What's going, I'm kidding. I'm not doing the what do you want again, but like, no, actually, like, do you want something? I don't have any alcohol to give you right now, because I am not keeping any alcohol down here right now. I have that candle. That's kind of what I can give you right now, but I can buy some whiskey and give you some later. Okay. Yeah, just offering Odin alcohol will rarely go poorly. I'm glad I can make you laugh. That's what I'm going for. This is, like I said, this is what this live is tonight. We were hanging out. I am chatting. The world, like, there's too much serious shit going on in the world right now to be super pressed about any of this for me. You know? Like I love doing this, and I want to keep doing this, but this is not the time to be like, oh, I made a plan, and I had a schedule, and I gotta be super formal, and I go, like, nah, that's not what we're doing right now. We're hanging out. It is chill spiritual chat time. It is, that is the essence of this, and that's what we're doing tonight, so. Yeah. It is kind of the vibe of talking to a roommate, because it's that, like, no, I'm trying to listen. Like, if you need something, I want to know, but also this is what I got. It's I'm listening to you, but I'm also being realistic right now. So it is kind of that same manner of talking to a roommate a little bit. Yeah. It's just... I think that's one of the other things, and this is why I try, again, within reason, but like I try to not get too hung up on like being incredibly formal with gods that I know relatively well, because I know where like the lines are, and the line is nowhere near that with Odin. You know, like it's way far off in the distance. Like we're just chill in a weird way. So, like, I know I can talk to him. He's not going to be like, how dare you speak to me that way? I don't know why he's, like, kind of British, but it's fine. Like, I'm so big on, I'm gonna do this the best way that I am capable of, with any level of like consistency and any level of like regular understanding and practice. Like, I can't, there's a reason I'm not full Hellenic polytheist, like, because despite the fact that 90%, that's maybe a little much, 70% of the entities and deities and things that I work with are Hellenic, I just don't, I see the value in that as a religious practice. I have a lot of respect for people who do that. I try to incorporate elements of that where I feel they're appropriate. Like, if I'm doing something that is like a Hellenic polytheist thing, I will do it the Hellenic polytheist way. But like, if I'm just giving an offering and talking to a god, those are relatively personal things. There are more formal ways to give offerings, and there are more formal ways to talk to gods. But that's not what I am. It's not so imperative to follow those procedures compared to, like, yeah, if you're doing like a formal ritual out of like the Greek magical papyri or whatever, right? Like, do that ritual as written. But I'm not doing that. I'm just doing offerings, and I'm just chatting. Like, it's okay. How many tell a deity is done with their work with you, as in finished and just solely focused elsewhere now? I mean, you're gonna hate me for this. The answer is always gonna be divination. It's the best way to ask a question like that is always gonna be to ask them. Whether it's tarot or whether it's dowsing rods or whatever it is, just ask. Just we have these communication tools for a reason. If you're worried about it, use one of the tools that you have to communicate. And I don't mean that in any kind of like, you know, I don't mean it to sound pedantic or anything like that. But truly, like, if we, okay, this is going to minorly become a call out, and I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to actually call you out, but I'm just going to say, like, if we believe in ourselves and that these things that we're doing are possible, that kind of means that we believe that the divination works, right? So, and if we trust that the divination works and that it's like something that we can use to throughout the broader scope of our practice, then that's going to be the easiest way to do it, right? The easiest way to communicate, even on a relatively sensitive or delicate topic. All you actually need to do is talk the best way that you know how. And so that's whatever tool that you're most used to, whatever tool is going to be most appropriate for that like question or that action or whatever's going on. Just use that. Just communicate that way. Like, it's all communication. It's not the same as human communication, but it is communication. And so if we believe in ourselves and we believe in the stuff that we do, we probably believe that divination works, and that's going to get the message across, and we're going to get, if there are subtleties that we need to know, we'll figure it out one way or another. I will say, in terms of like deity work, you may or may not have set something at like nearer the beginning that was, this is the goal or this is the end point, and if you've met that, you're probably done. And you can choose to like potentially re-enter into like another type of working relationship from there, possibly, or not. So that depends on how you set everything up at the beginning. But yeah, if it's a little more ambiguous than that, it's okay. I just looked down and saw I still have not done this. Make bones sound effect. I wrote it all nice and quick and scratchy and put it down here so that I would see it when I was like next to my bones. But I have not pulled out the bones to make to make the sound effect. So now I just look down during the live and see it and go like, "Oh, I can't do that right now." Does anyone else have any other like questiony questions? I know it's been a minute. People's lives and stuff have been happening. Does anybody like run into anything and they're like, I wonder what Matt thinks? Because Matt is here and can answer questions. Why not? We're not doing anything else. Would divination be the best way to know when to take down an altar? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say so. It's the same thing. Like, to do the entire thing that you're asking, I would do in a span of, like, 2 minutes, right? And I would just, like, sit down, get into sort of meditative space where I know that I'm comfortable using whatever tool I'm using. I'm going to say dowsing rods because that's what I'm more used to. Sit there, get into meditative state, start channeling using dowsing rods, confirm the dowsing rods are working via whatever way you use. Say, is our work together complete? If the rods say yes, great. Is it time to, like, take down your altar? Or are you okay with me taking down your altar now? If the rods answer yes, there you go. Entire process complete. You know? Yeah. And I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you may have. And, like, you know, like, sometimes it's hard to do, like, a good in-depth answer during a live, but I'll always try. I will. I have the cat on the lap, and I am, especially with the cardigan and everything, and I've got a Frankenfurter on my chest and everything, like, shirt, cardigan, cat, and lap, I am feeling slightly evil villain vibes at the moment. Like, obviously not, but like Bond villain, guy stroking cat. That's kind of the aesthetic right now. Also, bald. It's part of that little trope, I guess. I did look over here and think something. Because I've still got... I do have a crystal ball right here. I know I have one back there, and I have this one here. This has just been sitting on the floor of my room. This is what happens when you inherit a house full of stuff, and some of the stuff is cool, and some of the stuff is weird. You don't know what to do with everything. I inherited 3 crystal balls. One of them's there. One of them's just been sitting on my floor, and one of them's in the garage. When you have too many cool things and you don't know what to do with all of them, and they can't, like crystal balls, you can't leave them in direct sunlight. So I'm just like, well, my room doesn't get much direct sunlight, so I will just put this crystal ball here. Just leave this crystal ball on my floor, I guess. I know, I'm sorry for invoking the jealousy. That's just what I got. I just got... Apparently I had crystal ball relatives and I didn't even know it. Oops. No, that's so fair, Becca. I hear ya. Yeah, so much has happened, but not live material. Valid. I hear ya. I do feel like... Because I've been... To be so for real, I've been in a bit of... I'm kind of coming out of it now, but I've been in a bit of just, like, general spiritual slump of just, like, everything else that is happening takes so much precedence that I'm just like, I can't really do all the spiritual things right now. I can just kind of do what's in front of me. So, like, that's the thing of, like, cats doing divination when I'm not looking. Hell yeah, you can learn how to use a crystal ball, right? You got that. Oh, that's a good question. Hold on. I'm just like, yeah, I always have low-key stuff going on, but it's been a minute since I've been, like, super active in my personal stuff, so I'm just kind of like, so I don't have a lot of personal experiences to, like, report and talk on and everything, but I'm still doing stuff. It's just, like you said, like, not live material. It's not like, I don't have any updates on the economy of the underworld or anything. New guide, excellent. We love new guides. Always very, very fun. Very, very fun. I do genuinely, like, having a new guide is actually really exciting. I still, to be honest, ever since I had, like, I got my dragon guide, because, like, he's not, like, a main guide, right? But he's there now. I've only spoken to him, like, 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, I should really should really make better use of that relationship and having a dragon friend. That would be smart. It's just not been the time. Good. We love Ron. So, do those actually work for scrying, or does obsidian work better? So, I would say I would probably find obsidian a little bit easier to use, and it's mostly personal preference, right? So, I've talked about this a little bit before, but part of what's happening when you're using a crystal ball, it's less that things are materializing inside of the ball, right? It's more about the distortion. It's more about like this alternate view of the world around you, like seeing these little microcosms of like little bubbles that are in there. I don't know if you can quite see those. Yeah, there you go. Like little bubbles and cracks and things, like just little bits and bobs that are in the thing. It's much less about like staring deep into the crystal ball and seeing stuff in the ball, and it's more about invoking that trance channeling state in you. So you can I feel like it's easier for me to see things in an opaque surface, so that's why this one, which is not obsidian but is labradorite, this is actually the one that I scry with more often. To be 100% honest, I don't think I've used this for scrying once since I got it, or the other one, like any of the crystal, like classic crystal balls. I love the aesthetic. I just haven't used them because I've been using this forever, and I love this thing. And so the striations and the reflections and the cracks and the bumps and the bits and the bobs like are part of what make this work for me. And it's dark enough that it also works similarly to an obsidian mirror. So that's just what I prefer. Like, now that we're saying it, I'm kind of like... And also, like, this is kind of like, that's part of this thing's purpose. This has that kind of dedicated purpose. I have a relationship with this. I can feel the energy in this and on this. This has an energy on it without me doing anything to it that I can also feel. But this is more conducive to the kinds of energy I work with more often, so it's just kind of what I prefer. And I'm just used to it. I'm kind of like, part of me is like, I could just stare into this and try and scry right now and see what happens. To be completely honest, what's probably going to happen is I'm just going to slip into my regular channeling state and just channel regularly. Because I'm just used to doing it that way. So I don't think I would see so much in this one compared to my labradorite piece, because that's the thing I normally use for scrying. So it's just a different approach. It's not that one or the other actually works better in general. It's personal preference, and it's whatever works for you. I love that piece so much. This is one of the things. It's also like I got this while I was still living in St. Augustine, at a shop that I used to spend a lot of time in. Actually, it was the shop that my ex worked in. She worked in a crystal shop, which meant I got to spend a lot of time in a crystal shop. And I got like a slight discount on it and everything. And I was just like, I love this piece. So it's like one of my favorites. Like truly, these two are like two of my favorite pieces that I have, the fluorite and the labradorite. But yeah. And the thing about labradorite too, is I also have this sort of like we all love labradorite, right? It's excellent. It has a really good hefty energy to it without being a heavy energy. Like it's dense, but it's not heavy. It's like I prefer it over like a hematite or something like that personally. Same thing with like black tourmaline. I'm just not the biggest fan. Tourmaline's, yeah, it's just not my quite my vibe, but labradorite is, and I have this sort of relationship to essentially at least a spirit of labradorite. I've talked about this a little bit. I'm a crystal girly in that I have relationships with my crystals and I try to use them where I find that appropriate and everything. But I'm not a crystal girly in that I have a crystal book that tells me this is what this crystal is good for. I'll just Google it. I don't give a shit. That works just fine for me. Um, but even then, even from like reading whatever Google says, I'm still kind of like looking at it and kind of like experiencing it and trying to work with it rather than make it work for me, right? And that's one of the reasons, like, when people are like, rose quartz is for love. And I'm like, okay, yes, if you're doing a love spell and you want to, like, incorporate rose quartz, go off, have fun. Personally, my experiences with rose quartz have always been it works much better for self love than it does for, like, radiating love energy, right? Um, so it it could like radiate, encapsulate, symbolize love energy. But if I'm using the crystal, I'm gonna get a lot better results out of using a piece of rose quartz for self love than something like that. Um, Either Google or ask you. Yeah, that's fair. uh, yeah, or Lauren. I'll ask Lauren maybe. Like, it's just like I've got the friends who are the crystal girlies. I'll ask them. Like, but realistically, yeah, if I'm using it, I am trying to experience it and like get resonate with it, get on the same wavelength, vibe with it, figure out what vibe it has, and go from there. So labradorite has this like protective energy. It has this sort of psychic adjacent energy. It has psychic protective energy, according to Google, and I agree. you know. So I like energetically the feeling of using something that is psychically protective as my scrying piece. Personally, obsidian also has protective qualities, but they're not. And it is psychically protective because it's energetically protective. But the frequency, the wavelength, the whatever, however you want to say it, the vibration of the labradorite just works better for me and how I do things and what I want out of a piece like that. So that's why I do that. Caitlin, you coming in all confident, and then you're like, IDK, am I? I'm like, girl, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I am kind of like, yeah, if I just scry for a minute, what happens? Yeah, I just go straight into normal channeling mode. Let's see. Seen that before. That's... Yeah. No, I know. That's not a very happy topic to bring up on the live. I think some of the others have talked about that publicly before, too. It's... I know I'm being vague here. It's just a bummer. Don't worry about it. It's nothing new. To us. Okay, that's a rune. What's up, Odin? That's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one that's normally associated with Odin. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be so for real, what I'm essentially seeing is like a recreation of the Odin discovering the runes myth, but like, but the world tree is in trouble, which again, like I said, like that's not really news. Um, like instead of just Odin's hanging, it's like sort of parallel timelines of like that the discovery of the runes is happening at the same time that like the world tree is basically on fire. Like not that that's funny, but like that's kind of what it is. Um, that's reflecting back on something I've done previously. Just reminding me, I guess. Okay. But what can we tell the people? What's an interesting thing? I mean, I'm sure this is all, like, somewhat interesting, but... The fuck? I'm gonna be so straight. I just saw a goofy talking horse. I don't know what that's about. Why? That's not fun. It's interesting, but it's not fun. It's kind of bummer, TBH. I'm so curious what's in the chat right now. Like, it's... When I say, like, a goofy talking horse, it's like a goofy talking horse, but in, like, the scene in Wicked with the animals and the shadows and everything. Like, it's the, oh no, terrible doom thing, but delivered in a slightly abnormal comedic manner to make it, excuse me, a little less painful. But it's not actually saying, like, there is doom coming, but it's like, it's basically like, shit's hard, try and have a goofy face about it a little bit, like, that's what I'm like, that's still not really fun, but it's interesting. I know Mr. Ed did come to mind. Like, it's giving if Dr. Ed or Mr. Ed was in that Dr. Dillman scene. Yeah, it's truly just the, like, as bum as it all is, you gotta take it with a grain of salt and a little bit of fun as much as you can, because otherwise you're gonna go fucking insane. So that's what I got out of our scrying session today. That's not what I was going for, but that's what you get when you channel on live. Yeah, a bummer is no big deal. Valid question. No, that's just, I meant, like, it's a thing that others have seen and talked about before. Like, it's not. That's what I meant. It's like, it's not news. It's just a bummer. Let's go lecture them. I've got my mom voice ready. Excellent. Okay. After going into channeling mode for a minute, I'm a little out of it, but it's okay. We're about at time anyway. So I'm gonna grab our book here. Come to me, book. Thank you, book. Okay. Book. Hello, book. Bibliomancy time. Anybody who wants the bibliomancy, you know the drill. Give your general positive indication of your desire to be included in this bibliomantic message. Book time. I'm gonna ground down, because also I didn't really ground before I started scrying, which might have helped, but it's fine. TBH, in a weird way, scrying is kind of more grounding than other types of channeling. Like, I understand that might not make sense, but it just kind of is for me, at least. Regardless. Okay. Something for the next couple days. This is passage 22. Crippled becomes whole, crooked becomes straight, hollow becomes full, worn becomes new, little becomes more, and much becomes delusion. Therefore, sages cling on to the one and take care of this world. Do not display themselves and therefore shine. Do not assert themselves and therefore stand out. Do not praise themselves and therefore succeed. Are not complacent and therefore endure. Do not control, and therefore no one under heaven can contend with them. The old saying, crippled becomes whole, is not empty words. It becomes whole and returns. Dang. I don't remember this one. For only being passage 22, I've definitely read this one before, but I don't remember it. Crippled becomes whole, crooked becomes straight, hollow becomes full, worn becomes new, little becomes more, much becomes delusion. Therefore, sages cling to the one and take care of this world. Do not display themselves and therefore shine. Do not assert themselves and therefore stand out. Do not praise themselves and therefore succeed. Are not complacent and therefore endure. Do not control, and therefore no one under heaven can contend with them. The old saying, crippled becomes whole, is not empty words. It becomes whole and returns. Yeah. Just because it's broken doesn't mean it can't be fixed. In fact, it probably will be by its very nature of being broken. That's what I get out of that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live. I know it's been like... Oop, don't knock over the candle now. That'd be bad. Everything's fine. I know it's been slightly chaotic, but that's what we do here. We're just flowing, we're just going, we're just moving, we're just grooving, and it's okay. I've had a good time hanging out. I missed doing this, so hopefully nothing happens next week. Just knock on whatever you got. Kintsugi, yeah. That's a lovely... for anybody who doesn't know, kintsugi is like the method of restoring pottery that's broken with gold, right? And so it's like all the more beautiful for the cracks it has in it, right? So, yeah. Lovely example. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, it was a fun night. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next Thursday. We'll plan on it. We'll plan on it. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.